Welcome to your meditation for today. Recline all the way back or come onto your belly or a shape that you find restful. We'll be here for about 20 minutes. If you'd like, you can pause the recording and set a timer for yourself for about 5 minutes after the ending of this recording. Before beginning to check in with your rest today, take some time to set up your space. Maybe add a blanket or sweatshirt to the top of your layers, pillows underneath your limbs and or joints. Really tend to yourself in order to find the external support that your body is asking for. Honor that. And again, you can pause the recording to set things up. Maybe you subtract a thing or two at some point. If at any time you need to shift to be a tad more comfortable, feel free. Try to move slowly so you can maintain that settling in sensation that you've come to find. Setting up and settling in don't have to be permanent. We can change our direction in subtle ways. Even though we aren't actually doing anything, if building comfort for your body is all you do, that can be more than enough to find the rest you may need. If there are areas of your body that do not feel sensation, simply drawing your attention to those areas can still cultivate rest. And you can return to an inner place of awe whenever you wish. In this meditation, we'll be alternating our awareness around different areas of the body. If you wish to let your attention rest on one area a bit longer, consider this your permission slip to do so. Maybe there's an area that you don't typically think about or sense into, but today you find yourself sensing into it, wanting to be reintroduced to it, whatever it is. Maybe you place your hand or a soft object on that area to stay linked to it. If it feels right for you, close your eyes or simply lower your gaze as we turn toward our parasympathetic system. Maybe yawn a few times or inhale through the nose and slowly sigh out through the mouth. If that resonates, do that a few times, moving slow. As we ease into a physical state of heaviness, this can be a reminder of how we can also maintain a sense of lightness to our being as we explore rest. A lightness in our heart and therefore our state of mind. An example of where we see these opposites working together is with sea otters. They settle themselves with kelp to rest in their forest. And they're quite literally anchored with their kelp, grounded and layered. As they rest, they link paws with each other to form a raft and remain stable. There's a lightness that moves from one direction outward in their community, their cohort, I like to call it. And as with their light anchor and sense of camaraderie, We too can create a stable buoyancy of camaraderie. When we regularly approach ourselves with curiosity and choices, we practice self compassion that can only ripple outward to our own cohorts in life. I mentioned before that inner place of awe. It's your inner glimpse of a place or an imagined place where there's a sense of ease, calm, and even safety. It can be from a recent moment, a current or old home, a moment with someone, a beloved animal. Your inner glimpse can hold whatever you'd like it to hold. Feel into this glimpse for a few moments. What do you notice in your body? Remembering that you can return to your inner glimpse anytime, begin to draw your attention toward your breath, your most honest breathing. That is where and how it's naturally moving, as though you were a child again. Notice where it's moving in your body, perhaps bringing a palm or two to where it's ebbing and flowing. Feel into its qualities. Don't think too much about them, just feel. And if nothing comes up, nothing comes up. We're checking in, just checking in. Now bring your attention to the sensations of your whole body resting where it is. If you feel like movement needs to happen in your body as we ripple our awareness out from one area to another, you can play with micro wiggles. This could offer you a more interactive experience. Notice the points of contact between your heels and the surface, back of the knees and the surface, hips, low rib cage, middle of the rib cage, top of the rib cage, all along the shoulder girdle. Take a moment to notice the heaviness around your presence. Now bring your attention to the sensation or imagining of sensation with air across your wrists, air in back of the fingers, by the pads of your fingers, palms, back of the palms, sides of the hands, From the sides of the hands, our attention travels up to the sides of our neck, sensing or imagining the temperature of air, the front of our neck, chin, cheeks, lips, the space above our lips, sides of the nose, top of the nose, eyelids, temples, forehead, top of the head. Take a moment to notice the lightness around your presence now. Let your breath breathe here. Now feel free to stay with your honest breath, or if it feels right for you, begin to count slowly from 1 to 4 on your next inhale, followed by 1 to 4 on the exhale. Find your own pace and do this a few times. Whether you are with your honest breathing or counting, take time to feel into a rhythm. Once you have found your rhythm, begin to mentally recite the following phrases. From air to breath, may I be anchored in softness. From air to breath, may I be buoyant. From air to breath, may I be anchored in softness. From air to breath, may I be buoyant. Keep repeating for about a minute or two. Maybe you add, from air to breath, may I be receptive. From air to breath, may I be receptive. From air to breath, may I be connected. From air to breath, may I be connected. Keep repeating for about 2 minutes. Perhaps your intuition gives you an answer. From air to breath, may I be. From air to breath, may I be. As you repeat what resonates, imagine yourself moving through your day with these cultivated qualities. What does that look like? Take some time to imagine your contribution to a cohort from a place of buoyancy. From breath to air, may I be. From breath to air, from air to breath, may I be. We are going to begin moving toward absorbing this practice now. You can come back to any or all of these phrases whenever you need a sense of lightness. Feel your body resting here. Feel your body resting on the surface underneath it. Sense where you are in space, how close your hands are to the curve of your chair or bed or edges of your mat, and let your breath breathe here. Now, rub your hands together with fingers extended. Can you feel the warmth between them? Between the palms? If it feels right, bring a palm to each eye. Notice all sensations over your eyelids. When you feel ready, remove your hands. Flutter the eyes with the gaze downward, slowly bringing your gaze back up. Maybe finding gentle movement, maybe movement in your neck from side to side if that's comfortable where you are. Perhaps wiggling the fingers, toes, circling your wrists, ankles, stretching your whole body. Taking a few moments to smile, only releasing the smile when and if you wish. Maybe taking part of or all of the phrases with you as you reconnect with the rhythm of your day or your evening. Thank you. Be well.